Um, I think that we can do more. Indirectly, it is kind of sort of like their fault. So there's so much you can do rather than waiting for somebody to employ you, and there are so many things you can do to develop your employability skills.
No, but the thing is, I feel like we're not the cause because if you look at it, this generation more than ever has like high entrepreneurship skills and a tendency to just want to be independent and to do your own thing and to discover new things that have never been done before. But that being said, it is not everybody that is actually going to do that. Do you understand? There are some people that, let's be honest, are not meant to be entrepreneurs. You have to help someone build something together. And now for the people that are meant to do what they're meant to do, they're already doing it. But then if you look at the government, you're not really creating opportunities for the people who are meant to help other people.
Yeah,
Do you kind of understand?
yeah, you're kind of making a point, but at the end of the day, I feel like the people that deserve to be employed are getting the employment. So as much as I say there are no jobs, every day someone comes to my church and gives testimony about just getting a job.
Yeah, but
Do you
what
know what I
I'm
mean? But I'm saying that sometimes you look at the kind of graduates that the schools churn out, and you realize that some of them can't even speak English. Some
no,
of
but
them are not.
now is that now the fault of the millennial or the fact that the educational system in Nigeria itself is faulty?
Exactly.
That is what I'm saying. It's not really our fault. Do you get? It's the system we found ourselves in where even from the beginning the education is not even helping you stand a chance in the first place.
But that at the end of the day, that's still playing the blame game. Because at the end of the day, if you know what's right, you brush up yourself. So I know people that are not privileged at all. So I know of a guy who doesn't have any privilege. He didn't even go to school. He's not even smart. Like he didn't smell money. Do you know what I mean? But now, right now, he's one of the most sought after graphics guy in Nigeria, if I can say so. I don't want to mention his name, but he's gone from very big brands to other big brands.
Yeah, but then
Big
he's a
bands.
millennial. So that means there are other people like him as well who are actually doing a lot of things. Do you understand
Well,
what
but
I'm
that's what I'm
saying?
saying. At the end of the day, that's an example of someone who did something about the fact that he had a bad background and the state of education was still bad, but he decided to make something out of himself. Yeah, I feel like it's a huge deal when you have things being served to you on a platter of gold. For some people, I feel like because they have it being served to them on a platter, it's made them relax. So it's all about the flash and living. Some people don't even want to make money anymore; they just want to be popular.
I really don't agree with you. Why I'm saying that is because it's just like 5% of the entire population of millennials that actually want to be popular. Why I would say that is because you're saying that we're lazy. I feel like we are not lazy because if you even look at the university system, you actually have to help yourself because even the lecturers are just giving you things that will not necessarily benefit you pursuing that course or pursuing any other thing you want to do in life. So you kind of have to learn everything you need to do yourself. Now, that being said, I feel like or what I would say is everybody works out whatever it is they want to do. It might work out for you, fine. It might not work out for you. Every generation has somebody who's lazy. You can't just put the blame game on millennials. Look at it. Look at us right now. There are more ideas, more content, more job opportunities than ever before. Not because the government is actually creating it, but because people our age have decided to actually think outside the box. Before generations past, you have to be a lawyer, a doctor, you have to be an architect, you
Yeah.
have to be those kind of courses that everybody was just forced to go into. But now you look out, you see that presenters, different creative sectors are actually people are going into different creative sectors because they've decided to pursue their passion and pursue other things that people have not readily made available. So whenever we're trying to focus on people that seem lazy, let us also focus on people as well that are doing a lot of things.
Yeah, true. You're making a very important point, a very good point. But at the same time, you'd agree with me that in this generation, we as millennials, there is more, there's more lazy millennials because their fathers have done a lot of the work.
I don't think so.
So
And
they-
Davido is a typical example. I mean, Davido has all the reasons to rely on his father's wealth. But look at him. You have to agree with me that he's one of the most hardworking musicians.
Popular. Have you ever heard of Catch? You know, Kachiku's son is also a musician.
That's Dino Malai, right?
No, Kachiku, Minister of Petroleum son.
Okay.
Ibe Kachiku, his son is also a musician. But have you ever heard of him? No, I'm guessing you haven't. This is because at the end of the day, he's trying to leverage on, do you know what I mean, on the wealth and the fact that, you know, his father is well off. This is my opinion. I feel like if he was putting in a lot more work, if he wasn't banking on his money, he probably would have gone far.
So, okay, I think it's 50-50 for me. I think it's 50-50. Why I would say that is because we need to look at every generation needs to study the generation before and the generation after. In the sense that the way because everything is divided into the XYZ generation, sort of. So the way the generation X would have done something is definitely not the way the generation Y or the generation Z would do some things. That being said, I feel like because of technology, because of social media, you can't expect the same things to be done the same way to be done now. I mean, look at journalism. Journalism was rudimented to be a certain kind of way. But now you see vloggers who in their own rights can call themselves journalists, but they're not doing the exact same thing. Now, why I'm stating this example is because a lot of people who are employers and who are older, they've not taken time to actually understand how the world has evolved to be able to produce the same kind of results in a different way. So that is why they look at somebody and they want you to be how they picture or how they have seen things to be, rather than how things are being done at this point.
I get what you mean. You're making a very valid point. But that being said, I have been in a place, I've been interviewed and I've interviewed people. Mm-hmm. And I've been in a place where I've seen how, you know, people in my peers that are young people just like me are taking things with a pinch of salt because they feel like, you know what, I don't need this. And which brings us back to the question of, there's other things to do. There's other ways to do things, like you rightly said. There are other ways to do things. But at the end of the day, there are rules. If you want to get something, you want to change a system, you don't change it by outrightly going against the system. You change it gradually. So you change it by, you know, still being a part of it, conforming to the rules of that system. And then when you get to a point of authority, you try to change things. So we cannot come to an interview, for example, and, you know, for example, someone came for an interview. I was also on that interview and the person did not wear makeup. I felt like that was you not making an attempt at looking your best for the interview.
But makeup is relative. There are some people who actually do not like makeup. There are some religions who actually do not support you using makeup. So you can't tell me that based on a background that I've probably grown up from, I shouldn't now be taken seriously.
The makeup was just a point of contact for me. What I meant was I felt like the person did not make enough effort at their looks. So if you looked at the person, for example, and said, oh, this person doesn't wear makeup at all. Or you look at the person and thought, oh, this person just decided not to wear makeup because they were just trying to rush into the interview just so that at least they would say they showed up. Okay, do you know what I mean? No, I don't think that at all. I feel like millennials are actually